And we're back, guys. How's everyone doing? Today, we're taking a look at the semifinal matchup in New York City, guys. One of these ladies will make the championship match. Will it be Aryna Sabalenka, the number 2 seed, or Emma Navarro, who's had a breakout year, ladies and gentlemen? That's right. I've talked about it for a long time. How does she travel with a full camp? And she hasn't won much on the main tour, and we all know the tour does not pay a lot. Well, listen, guys, if you know about the Credit One Open, then you know about the Navarro family. She's a billionaire's daughter. Listen, guys, she has the resources. She has a great team. She's level-headed. She's classy. And I just think she has that passion and that eagerness to learn and grow in the sport. And that's how when you put in the work, NCAA champion, when you put in the work, the results will show. Might take a little bit longer than some. And now the results are showing. She's taking on Sabalenka. The big story was at the Indian Wells. I was there when she upset Aryna Sabalenka. Sabalenka was a huge favorite. And here they meet again. Emma Navarro's playing solid tennis. We all know about the win against Coco. But, I mean, for crying out loud, 19 double faults. I don't even know how that's possible. I mean, it's like at some point you gotta slow down the serves just to get it in play. I don't know if I don't know. 19 double faults is just mind-boggling to me. But if you think about how the reality here is she outscored Coco by 4 games, and Coco gave her 5 games. It just lets you know how much Coco was fighting. She was really fighting an uphill battle in that match. She was fighting and pushing. And like she said in the post-match interview, I mean, I thought it played pretty good, except for my serve, and I think most people would say that as well. What about the last match, right? Emma Navarro, really, really solid win against Paula Badosa. And Paula Badosa, I guess he wasn't feeling well, but that was also a numeric lock. This match here against Sabalenka, she's taking on someone that really likes to push a fast pace, a lot of short rallies. She's not going to have that type of opposition like Coco or Badosa that wants to get balls back, set up their shots, that wants to baseline. You got someone in Sabalenka that can baseline, but she can step up with her 1-2 punch, come across court with the forehand, and she can blast anyone off the court. She's a lot powerful than most players on tour. Let's just be honest. She's big, she's strong, she's powerful. And if her drop shot's hitting, she's going to keep you off balance and second guessing. I like Aryna Sabalenka to come out, set the tone. I like Sabalenka to win the first set. That's the official pick here. To be honest with you, I think Sabalenka's got a good chance to win this tournament. Sabalenka, first set money line is a pick there. Next up, the second semifinal match we're going to talk about today. Karolina Muchova. That's right, guys. Muchova, if you're from Eastern European. Taking on big game Jessie P. That's been her nickname. She's a walking quarterfinal. She has made 6 quarterfinals and 6 slams, 3 at the Australian Open, and the others spread out. And the reality here is this is her first ever semifinal appearance in a Grand Slam. And look, I gave her the nickname Big Jessie P. I gave her the nickname Walking Quarterfinal. It's about time. And she said, in New York City, Arthur Ashe, why not? That's right. And you are here, lady. You deserve it. Hard work. I said it all the time. She's the most calm, level-headed player on tour. She's great at in-match adjustments. She doesn't let much frustrate her. And this is a matchup here where Muchova is going to throw the kitchen sink at Pegula. This is not going to be the type of matchup with Iga. And let's talk about that match with Iga last night. I felt Iga looked a bit slow. Her first step was off. Her footwork was off. And for anyone that has ever played tennis, if you come out flat-footed, your opponent's it looks like they're going to be hitting in the ocean. They're going to have just so many angles, and not even angles. They can go right down the line. You're just not going to get to it. Everyone that plays tennis, you've had those days where it's not your day. You cannot close out. You can't get to the ball. And it seemed like Iga, she looked good at the net, but once she got on the court, it's like she was heavy. And this is what I want to talk about. This is why I've always said Coco is the future of tennis. You can't teach footwork. You can't teach athletic. You can't teach natural athletic ability. Iga had a very gruesome foot injury as a junior. She didn't know if she would play professionally. She worked really hard to get that footwork and to get those skills. She put the work in that, right? Whereas Coco, that's all natural. So my concern with Iga has always been the same. As she gets older, as she puts on a little bit more weight, because you guys, anyone that has ever played at a high level, you realize you have to continue to put in that work to keep that level. And I was concerned coming from juniors in that foot injury. Excuse me, guys, I'm talking so fast. That foot injury. Kobe Bryant said the reason he retired was he just couldn't put his body through that anymore. The grueling 6 a.m.s to 3-a-days. He said his body couldn't take it anymore. And this is what I fear for Iga as she gets in her mid and upper 20s. That footwork is going to disappear because she had to work to get that footwork. It's not natural. She's naturally a great athlete. Her dad was an Olympian, and her goal is to win a gold medal. So she has it in her genes, but she put in a lot of work on her feet after that injury to gain that extra edge with her footwork. And I just feel she's going to have to keep playing soccer. She's going to have to keep working. As she gets older, puts on weight, she's going to lose some of that speed. And we're going to see matches like we saw last night where she can't close out. That's my fear. Coco being the future, having that natural athletic ability, that's not going to go anywhere, guys. The same guys I beat in races at the schoolyard when I was 5, 6, 7, 8 years old, I can beat them now, okay? Several years later, I can beat them now. That athletic ability is never gone away. Anyone I've ever beat in a race, I can beat you now, probably worse. And that's the thing with Coco. That natural athletic ability is not going to go anywhere. These other ladies they're older. Pegula, Sabalenka, Muchova. These ladies are older. 5 years from now, they're not going to be in Coco's league. She's going to be beating the players she's beating now. The Brenda, the Linda Favertovas, the Mira Andreevas. These younger players coming up, the Diana Snyders, But this matchup here, I think Muchova is going to throw the kitchen sink at Pegula. I like Muchova on the set spread. I think she can win a set. The variety is going to be unlike anything she's faced in this tournament. And she's striking the ball well with her forehand. I think Muchova has a lot of edges here as a dog. I like Muchova on the set spread. I love Jessie P, but we're going with the Czech Republic on this one, guys. Tennis in a minute. Like the video. Show some love. Enjoy the semifinals. I'll keep you covered along the way. Thank you guys for the love and support. And yes, the channel, I said earlier this year, I will not be making as many videos. I told you that earlier this year because I got a lot more commitments and obligations. But the channel continues to grow, guys. We've grown every year. Thank you guys for the love and support, and I appreciate it. We'll be back.